Hello everybody, welcome to GIS Pathshala, Grade 7, Social Science History, the Mughal Empire. Now, as I told you in the last previous video lecture, that as soon as the word come in the as soon as the word is coming Mughal Empire, immediately the places up near about Delhi, Agra, Red Fort, all the things are coming in our mind. And how in this chapter we are seeing that how the Mughals from outside, the foreign invaders came to India and extended their power and rule in India. See, we have seen now the different Mughal empires were there. So we are going to see some of the Mughal empires also, and then how their rule, what was their they are doing, how they form a new type of culture, their administrative system, all things we will going to see. See the about now the Babur. The Mughal Empire was founded by Babur. Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur was born on February 1483, sometimes also spelled it Babur. He founded the Mughal Empire after his victories at the Battle of Panipat and the Battle of Khanwa. See, Battle of Panipat, this battle is counted as the first Battle of Panipat. He was a direct descendant of Temur from Barlas clan through his father and also descendant of Genghis Khan through his mother. Outset from his ancestral domains in Central Asia, Babur turned into India to satisfy ambitions. See, outside India also he took charge of many places, but then he came to India to for the ambitious. He was very ambitious, so he want to capture more and more place. After Babur fell seriously ill, Humayun, his eldest son, was summoned from his Jagir. He died at the age of 47 on December 26, 1530, and was succeeded by Humayun. See, after the death of Babur, who came? Humayun. See a portrait of Babur from an early manuscript of the Baburnama. The first battle of Panipat, 21st April 1526, was fought between the invading forces of Babur and the Lodi Empire. The Battle of Khanwa was fought near village of Khanwa, about 60 kilometers west of Agra, on March 17, 1527. It was the second major battle fought in modern day India by the first Mughal Emperor Babur after the Battle of Panipat. See, Babur defeated the Rajput of Chanderis also and established control over Agra and Delhi before his death. He established control over Agra and Delhi. See, after his death, who took the crown and who became the empire? Humayun. Nasiruddin Muhammad Humayun was born on 17 March 1508 in Kabul, Afghanistan. Humayun succeeded his father in 1531 as ruler of the Mughal territories in India. At the age of 23, Humayun was an inexperienced ruler when he came to power. Shah Suri defeated Humayun at Chausa in 1539, at Kannauj in 1540, expelling him from India. While wandering from one place to other, his son Akbar was born at Umarkot on October 14. See, Humayun conquered the Punjab, Delhi, and Agra and recaptured the throne of Delhi after interval of 15 years. Humayun conquered Punjab, Delhi, and Agra and recaptured the throne of Delhi after the interval of 15 years. So, after the gap of 15 years, again he got the charge. Humayun slid and fell down the stairs and fractured his skull. His was then carried to the palace. He died on January 26th and he died there only. See, this is the Humayun's tomb, very famous place in Delhi. Now, Akbar. You are knowing Akbar and Birbal stories, you are knowing, so you know the name Akbar prominent. Again and again you are listening this name. Abul Fazl Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar, popularly known as Akbar, literally the Great. He was born on 14 October 1542, also known as Akbar the Great or Akbar. He was Mughal emperor from 1556 until his death. He was the third and one of the greatest ruler of the Mughal dynasty in India. He was one of the greatest ruler in Mughal dynasty in India. In 1556, Humayun died just months after the retaking of Delhi. Akbar ascended the Mughal throne at the age of 13 and became Shahenshah, Kings of Kings. Shahenshah means King of Kings. His legend was Barman Khan, his childhood guardian and an outstanding warrior statesman. Mughal Emperor Akbar shot the Rajput warriors Jamal during the siege of Chittor in 1567. As such, Akbar expansion's empire campaigns were launched in the northwest also. Many places of Kashmir he annexed, then also Kabul after the death of Mirza Hakim. Campaign of Deccan started and Berar, Khandesh and parts of Ahmednagar was annexed. All these places Akbar took in his under control. Akbar died in 1605. Some sources say Akbar became fatally ill with dysentery, while others it is possible poisoning likely traced to Akbar's son Jahangir. Many favored Jahangir's eldest son Khusro to succeed Akbar as an emperor, but Jahangir forcefully ascended days after Akbar's death. See, many news came that Akbar died because of this, like this. Many architecture masterpieces were built at his time. Agra Fort, Lahore Palace, Fatehpur Sikri, Buland Darwaja, Allahabad Fort were built during his time. See, these all places built during the time of Akbar. Now Jahangir. Nuruddin Muhammad Salim, known by his impartial name Jahangir, was born on 30 August, was for fourth Mughal emperor, who ruled from 1605 until his death. Jahangir was the eldest surviving son of Mughal Emperor Akbar and was declared successor to his father from an early age. Jahangir was married to Shah Begum, a princess from Ambar who killed herself in 1605 out of shame at the rebellion to her son Prince Khusro. Celebrations at occasions of Jahangir in 1600. See, some of the Jahangir openly rebelled against the fathers at first, but he was eventually reconciled on Akbar's death in November and he assumed the throne. Then he took the throne. Mehrunisa or Noor Jahan occupies an important place in the history of Jahangir. She was the widow of a rebel officer, Sher Afghan of Mughals. She was beautiful and strong woman. She soon became Jahangir's favorite queen and assumed the title of Noor Jahan, light of the world. Noor Jahan means light of the world. Noor Jahan himself came to exercise considerable influences over her husband, and Jahangir is said to be relied heavily on her advice. See, many times Noor Jahan was also giving advice in some of the matters of the empire, and Jahangir was also relied and understanding the advice given by Noor Jahan. Now Shah Jahan. Shahabuddin Muhammad Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan was born on 5th January. He was the 5th Mughal emperor of India. He is known as Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan assumed the Mughal throne on 24th January in Agra, a few days after the death of Jahangir. Shah Jahan has left behind the extraordinary architectural legacy. It was at his command that the Taj Mahal was built in Agra in the memory of his favorite wife Mumtaz. See, just as soon as the word Shah Jahan is coming, immediately the piece Taj Mahal is there in your mind because Shah Jahan made this Taj Mahal. Aurangzeb eventually trimmed in the succession struggle by methodically eliminating his brother. Aurangzeb captured Shah Jahan on 8 June and laid him jailed at Agra Fort, from where the old emperor could look wisely at the glorious Taj Mahal. Shah Jahan died captivity on 22nd January. Now Aurangzeb, Emperor Shah Jahan's sixth son, was born on 24th October in Madhya Pradesh and wrested India's crown from his father before the end of June 1658 after defeating his brother Prince Dara Sukhon's armies. Dara Sukho The eldest son of Shah Jahan was resident at Shah Jahan's court at the designated Higher Suja was governor of Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. Aurangzeb governed the Deccan and Murda was governor of Gujarat and Malwa. And Murad was governor of Gujarat and Malwa. Aurangzeb took his own father prisoner. Suja's army was routed in battle and Murad was lured into a false agreement and taken prisoner. Dara eventually collected together another force, suffered defeated as before, and once again he failed. But soon he was betrayed by one of his allies and handed over to his brother. Means some of the betrayal means धोखाबाजी. Betrayal means धोखाबाजी. किसी ने उनके साथ धोखा कर लिया औरंगजेब के सामने लड़ने के टाइम पे. Aurangzeb sat on the peacock throne. A painting from shown the brother Shah Shuja, Aurangzeb and Murad Bakhsh in their younger years. See, all are brothers, but they all are fighting for the throne. See, all these are the Mughal emperors. As such, the powerful last Mughal emperor was counted as Aurangzeb was counted as the powerful last Mughal emperor. But after that, also there slowly the work was going on, and at last the one last person was there. He was also counted as the Mughal emperor that we will see in the next video lecture. Thank you.